Hello, guys and gals, and this is a book review for Live from New York. This is an uncensored history of Saturday Night Live. Now, this is a book that I borrowed from the library once, and then I saw it for sale in a used bookstore, so I bought my own copy. So, this was really a fascinating read. But basically, I'd really only recommend it for like diehard fans of Saturday Night Live. Um, It contains transcripts, I would say, back and forth conversations between the cast and the staff of Saturday Night Live. Really in-depth stuff. In-depth. Let's see. Yeah, I paid $4 for this. It retails for, I'll check real quick. No, I probably have to scan the barcode on the back to figure out how much it retails. Oh, here it is. It's like it's around $27, $36 in Canada or something. But anyways, so first off, it introduces everybody. Everyone's role was in Saturday Night Live. Kind of has like character bios. I wouldn't actually consider this a story. This is basically just transcripts of interesting things that happened on the set. There's a preface here, preface. But yeah, this is basically about the original cast. I think this goes up through, I want to say, the 5th season. I'm not entirely sure. But this is a fascinating book. Because lots of poignant people got their start in Saturday Night Live. And this book basically covers a really, really large swath of... covers a lot of time, basically. Actually, I know it goes at least up through Season 5 because we have some of the Season 6 people in here. Season 5 was the last season for several of the original cast. This also goes in depth into Dana Carvey. And there was... oh, let me look it up real quick. I can't remember which one it was. The S key would work on this keyboard. I think there's a Jim Belushi and... see. Oh. Okay, it is Jim Belushi is the one that lived on. It was John Belushi that died. This does go somewhat in depth into what happened to John Belushi as well. And even some really interesting stuff involving Dana Carvey. Like I say, I like the book enough that I bought my own copy at a used bookstore. Basically, because I found all the conversations to be very, very fascinating. And it's uncensored too. I probably should have preface this video by saying that there is a lot of interesting stuff in this book. Uncensored stuff like drug use. A lot of the writers that basically wrote for Saturday Night Live took a lot of drugs. And some of them even died of overdoses because the drug use on the Saturday Night Live, among the Saturday Night Live cast and crew, was very heavy. But yeah, it's really, really interesting if you're really interested in the history of Saturday Night Live. Basically, I'd equate this to a history book, I would say. It kind of gives an insightful look into Saturday Night Live. And it's a show that I think still goes on to this day. I'm not sure how many seasons Saturday Night Live has been on. I can check real quick. 51 seasons. Yeah, it's been going on for 15... it started in 1975. So this goes through season 6, I think. I think the book ends like around maybe season 7, I want to say. 51 seasons is amazing. Huh. Wow. Okay. Again, okay, I'm going to check to see if they still make... they still make seasons for it. Wow. Yeah, it's still on. As of recording this, the newest one went live October 4th, which is yesterday, because technically it's after midnight when I'm recording this on October 5th. So, yeah, it's still a show that's going very strong. Like all popular shows, it was no stranger to controversy. I was trying to think of the right C word. I kept thinking convenience or something, but it's controversy. And this goes in depth into a lot of the controversies that were going on at the time. And you could basically even look back and find, like, in the timeline where these were happening, and then you could, like, cross-reference it. It's very, very fascinating. This covers some of the more interesting guest stars of Saturday Night Live. But yeah. And it basically has an unbiased view of everything that happened. Basically, really a good book, I think. Again, it's basically for, I would say, diehard fans of Saturday Night Live. But if you're at all curious about the history of Saturday Night Live, the first 6 seasons, about some of the different things that were happening there, even like among the writers, then yeah. But yeah, I just turned to a page that has several names here, like Dan Aykroyd and Judith Belushi. I think they were talking about the passing of John, but I'm not sure. I can kind of remember which Belushi it was because I remember the sitcom According to Jim that had Jim Belushi in it. So I always attribute According to Jim Belushi. The Blues Brothers I usually attribute to John Belushi. But anyways, it's really fascinating. Plus, Saturday Night Live broke a bunch of TV milestones. Especially in season 5. Season 5, our library had like the 5th season of Saturday Night Live for rent there, or to borrow, and they let you keep it a while because it was like 5 discs. And I watched that entire season. It was fascinating. But yeah, and I just read the book, you know, and so then I watched like season 5, and I'm like, oh, that's when this happened, and then that explains that, and oh, that's when he said this and stuff like that. But anyways, it is really an epic show. I've only actually seen the 5th season of it because it wasn't really on my radar when I was growing up or anything like that. Um, but after reading this book, um, yeah, you learn all kinds of neat stuff that you normally probably wouldn't know. It's still kind of amazing to me that one of the writers is like a senator now or something, you know. But yeah, especially when you hear about or read about all the drug abuse that was going on with the cast between the cast and the crew. But anyways, um, good book, great book actually, and one that I would highly recommend you check out. But that's just my opinion. You can either take my opinion or leave it. Either way, it's fine. What I like most about this book is it's a good read, especially if you don't mind, you know, reading like conversations. You know, one person will say something and somebody else, and it's kind of like in a paragraph form. Really easy to follow, and so yeah. But that is going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. You are loved, and have a great day.